What's going on, y'all? Today we got shocking bombshell report comes out surrounding LeBron James and his NBA legacy, man. You know I gotta tune in for this one, man. I'm a big LeBron fan. We gotta tune in. We gotta see what's going on.
Mr. Chael Sonnen, welcome you guys to another episode of the Jimmy's Bro Show. Where we cover everything from sports, hot topics,
make sure y'all share the video, subscribe,
and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a show for you guys here today that you definitely want to stick around for. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel here. We got a topic for you guys here today. This was a topic I was avoiding to produce for quite some time because, number one, I don't want to get into this thing of sensationalism. Number two, I wasn't sure that the information that was being given in this report is true. I wasn't sure about that, and because I wasn't sure about that, I said, let me just steer clear of it. I know other people had discussed it, and actually this information came out from a pretty big platform that decided to pretty much put it out there. So I said, well, this seems to be a pretty big media outlet, and they're covering it. So I said, well, maybe there's some validity to it, and maybe they wouldn't just go out there and just publish all kind of content for the sake of publishing content and run the risk at basically tarnishing their reputation and their brand, right? I don't think they would do that. So given the fact that they have Flagrant is a platform that has 1 million plus followers on there. So there was this interview that was being conducted with this former fighter, and he was there. He was talking about various performance enhancers, and then he started to talk about LeBron James, right? And many people have been a good amount of people have been talking about it. And what he said, let me first of all say I don't have the information in terms of the facts about this world of these type of things. I don't know much about it. But what he began to say was pretty inflammatory, and I was quite surprised to hear it. But then there was another report that came out of that came after that subsequently that made me say, okay, maybe I may need to touch on this. Because maybe there's more to it. So what we want to do is we want to play what this gentleman's comments were on LeBron James in terms of these performance enhancers, and then we're going to come back and continue on with our report here. So take a listen to that there.
Oh, I wasn't clean. Oh, heaven's sakes.
So you just did the suspension?
Oh, yeah.
And then
they tricked me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they tricked me. It used to be an IQ test. You used to know when the test was going to be. Then they come out with something called out-of-competition testing. What is this? Just show up to, what is this? This isn't within the rules. Yeah. This is not within the protocol.
I'm trying to cheat within the rules.
Yeah. That's right. I was trying to cheat within the rules. Yeah. That's right.
You're trying to make the sport better.
Honorable. Yeah. Honorable. Well, they go performance enhancing. Those are positive terms. Then they call it drug at the end to make it's medicine, right? This is legal and appropriate medicine that does make you better. All medicine makes you better, or it's not medicine. Like I would never go to a doctor and go, Doc, I feel great. Can you bring me down a notch? Of course it's to make you better. And they said that to me. I was in a commission hearing and they said, did you know that this could give you an advantage? I said, guys, I wouldn't have taken it if I didn't think it would give me an advantage. And they sat there. They were dumbfounded. They couldn't believe this response. Like, well, I can't believe your questions. Of course it's meant to make you better.
And how good is it?
Oh, it's great.
Like, what is it? Because a lot of people, I think, look at this and they go, okay, and maybe it makes you stronger, but it's not going to make your chin last longer, and it's not going to make your punches sharper, and it's not going to make you learn jujitsu.
True.
So, yes, it gives you an advantage, but can you explain the type of advantage?
Well, strength is huge, but, the training for that sport is so difficult. I used to wake up every single day depressed. Yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean, I would literally wake up depressed knowing what I have to do today before I can get back into bed. It was most defeated feeling. I would go to bed some nights where I could barely get into bed. I'd wake up the next morning, and that was a distant memory. Yeah, the recovery was incredible. And then guys try to do that as a badge of honor. Well, I only took it so I could train harder, which then you're complimenting yourself because I was just such a hard worker. It's like, well, there is a little bit of a truth to that, but bigger, stronger, faster in that order. But they got some performance enhancers. Like, if the world understood what LeBron did, like other basketball players will hear what LeBron does and go, well, yeah, but that doesn't matter, right? It's like a baseball player and you're hitting a stick out of the way. It doesn't matter. It's like, no. If you knew what these performance enhancers did, then you would know why it does matter.
What do you think he's
there's
doing?
only one. We have the same drug guy, if you will. I know exactly what he's doing. But there's only one golfer.
Please tell.
There's only one golfer. I'm not going to, but there's only one golfer that follows the big three. The big three is EPO, growth hormone, testosterone. That's the Lance Armstrong diet. There's one golfer, but it's Tiger Woods. Like, yes, it does matter. People will say it all the time. It doesn't matter. John Daly won it. It's like, it matters. Trust me that it matters. EPO matters. It's the reason LeBron takes it. It matters. And if other basketballers understood what it did, EPO increases your red blood cells, which gives you endurance so you can play all game long. You can shoot in the fourth quarter just like you shot in the fourth minute. More red blood cells, more oxygen in your red blood cells. Okay, got you. It's the king of performance enhancers.
So you would prefer that, especially in a fight sport, to anything else?
EPO is king.
Because it's going to give you the stamina.
Yes.
So you heard what the gentleman had to say there. Then I came across an article from the Sports Rush, and it was this article that kind of prompted me to take it a step further. And basically, the article starts off with the headline, "Fact check, does LeBron take PEDs?" The biggest factor in James' ability to stay effective as an NBA player for this long is his diet and exercise. His personal trainer, Mike, has been with him since his first stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and stated that LeBron has tried out a variety of different diets over the years, even opting for a keto diet for a couple of months due to Ray Allen. However, as James started to age, have questioned as to how he's still in such incredible shape. Most recently, Chael Sonnen, I hope I pronounced his name properly, has come out and stated that it's due to him using performance-enhancing drugs. PO is used by the likes of cyclists and track athletes to help with endurance and increased stamina, as it replenishes, increases the amount of RBCs in the body. This leads to better and more efficient oxygenation of the blood, allowing the user to run up and down on an NBA hardwood without breaking a sweat.
Sheesh. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Bron is out here using the PEDs. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't, bro, because that's just, Jordan, they need those. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, you go fuck up your case, man. You better not get caught. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. You better not get caught. You know what I'm saying? If you doing it, don't get caught, gang. I'm telling you. Word. Because I ain't gonna lie, your GOAT conversation is nada. It's done. For real.
LeBron James has not only been called out by Chael Sonnen, he's been called out by a man who himself used to be on the cycle and signed to ESPN. He wouldn't make such claims unless he had proof or was close to being positive that the king was on PEDs or steroids.
That's a fact,
found. His contract with the Lakers,
I feel like that's a fact. I don't
Los
feel
Angeles
like they
Lakers
would
would
just
be in
say that for
jeopardy.
no
His
reason,
reputation
bro.
would also take a big hit, along with his endorsements and essentially everything he has built for himself over the past 2 decades.
That's
Number
a fact,
one,
bro.
The reason I feel
Sheesh.
comfortable talking about this are two. Number one, it's my freedom of speech. I have the right to say what I want to say. I freedom of press. I can pretty much say these things. Number two, I don't believe I'm slandering LeBron. I'm just reporting on something that has been said about him. And number three, I did not say that he's done this. I'm just reporting on what we've heard. Here are my thoughts on if it is true. If it is true, then it should definitely be something that's held against him, because you have like a serious competitive advantage when we're talking about a sport that involves you using your body, running up and down the court, your endurance, your stamina, your ability to recover after injuries in terms of the speed that it takes. Then it should definitely be something that should be held against him. Although, as we've seen, as LeBron has been getting older, he's been getting injured a lot more. So people that maybe question some of the things that the gentleman said in the report is saying may also point to that and say, but wait a minute, he's been injured all the time. He's always injured over the last few years. So if it's helping him and recovering all of these things, why is he getting injured so much? Again, I don't know the ins and outs of how these things particularly work. But if it is, man, personally, I don't think it's something that's going to be investigated or covered on a major level in terms of big media touching this story. I don't think that that's something that's going to happen unless, a Lance Armstrong type of thing comes out where you just have to talk about it, or Barry Bonds and stuff like that. But to me, I certainly hope it's not true. I certainly hope it's not true, because one of the things that I have admired the most about LeBron is his commitment to his craft. Right, he has a serious commitment to it, and to find out that he was using loopholes in order to stay ahead of the curve, I think that would really
diminish his legacy for me. That's all I got to say about that, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you share the video, subscribe, click on the last reaction right here on your screen right now, turn on post notifications, links in the description, man. Now I'm out of here.